So now, here's the same region we were working with before. Yeah. So we're still working with this region. Why do I put this here still? Because it says y equals 0. That's the x-axis. So this is a lot like that bundt cake pan that I talked about earlier. And if you've never seen one, I'm really sorry. But it's the kind of cake that's got the hole in the middle. Right? When I was younger, I always felt gypped, and now I understand it's the same volume of cake. It's just, right? I always was like, the middle of the cake's missing. No, Jeff, it's all right. Same amount of cake. That's just me. So this is not inner outer radius. I want you to realize, why was this an inner outer radius? Because I had between two functions. This one has got just really one function in the x-axis, so it's not an inner and outer radius. The freaky thing about this problem is the fact that the radius is not going to be what it used to be. It's not going to be x squared. It's going to be how much longer than x squared. Because now, how far is it from here to the outside? Because I'm rotating around this. So what's the radius? So if I rotate around this, I don't know, just to do this real quick, I'm going to get this kind of circle. What's the radius of that circle going to be? This length. What is that length? So, yeah. So x squared plus 2. I like it. So it's the big one minus the small one. So the radius, the big one minus the small one. So it's x squared plus 2. Or in this case, it's just 2 bigger than it would normally be. Because I've moved the axis 2 away from where it was. So of course the radius is going to be 2 larger than it used to be. So there's 2 different kind of tweaks for this problem. I can move the radius away from the axis, and you got to be careful about how long it really is. Or I could ask you between 2 functions, and you have an inner radius and an outer radius. Or I could do all of that all together in one problem. And you know I will. Because again, I'm evil. So now that I've got the radius figured out, everything's easy. It's just this. That's all I'm going to say. Because it's just areas of circles, pi r squared. So now to set up the integrals can be pi integral r is x squared plus 2, so x squared plus 2 squared, that's pi r squared. And of course x is still going from 0 to 2. So it should kind of make sense that the volume for this guy is going to end up being bigger than him. You might be misled because it's going to have a big empty middle. The middle's going to be empty, but I'm taking that and I'm going a bigger circle than before. So it's going to, that region is going to go through more space. I don't know. So if you had to run around a track, would you rather run around this track or this track? Well, it depends. I don't know. If you want to exercise this one. If you don't, this one, right? All right. So let's see what we get. We get pi, got to square the inside. And the rest of this is easy now. All right, so I get pi times x to the 5th over 5 plus 4x cubed over 3 plus 4x from 0 to 2. So I get 32 pi over 5, which is the answer for this guy, right? That's interesting. It just happens on this problem. Plus some more shit, because I've rotated it in a bigger fashion. I'm getting more volume now. Plus, what is this? 32 pi over 3 plus 8 pi. So it's pretty damn big. Big old volume. So it's like if I rotate this right on itself, it's that much volume. If I took this and rotated this area in a bigger way, not around this axis, but around this axis, it's the area, but now it's repeated more. It's repeated a hell of a lot more. That's why that's such a much bigger number than this was. It's not just 30 pi over 5, it's plus all this other shit. And that's pretty big. Woo! It's always funkadelic to get into this section. But I love this section now. I hated it when I first took it. And I'm sure you guys are like, it's the first time I'm taking it, Jeff, and I'm with you. I'm like, damn it. But this is new. This is new. You got to let it sink in. We'll do this one next time, but if you want to look at that and try to plot it out for now, you can. I think that's enough. So don't forget that quiz this Thursday. The test will cover as much as we get through this this Thursday. 5, 3, 5, 4, 5. 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5. Yeah.